If you're starting to work on larger Scratch projects, or you're revisiting prior projects to work on, and when you look at them, you're not quite sure what you were doing, then you probably should start looking at making your own blocks. Let's do that. Let's go to the My Blocks tab, and you'll notice that it's currently empty, but there is a button up here that says Make a Block. Let's click on it, and we're going to call this block Movement. We won't worry about any of these for now. Let's press OK. Now, under the My Blocks tab over here, we have a movement block. And in our coding area, we have a define movement block. So anything we put under here will decide what this block does over here. So let's think about what we want to do for this movement block. Well, we want it so that any time we press an arrow key on our keyboard, Scratch the cat over here will move in that direction. And we want that to happen all the time, forever. So let's do that. We'll go to the Control tab, we'll take a forever loop, and inside of this forever loop, let's set up the script that we did in a previous video. We'll get 4 if and then loops, and then we'll go to the Sensing tab, and we'll get 4 key-spaced press blocks, and if we drag it close to the shape here, it will get the white outline. We can let go, it will snap into place. We'll do that 3 more times. And now let's change them so that they match the arrow keys on your keyboard. The top one will be up arrow. This one will be down arrow. This one will be right arrow. And this one will be the left arrow. Now let's tell Scratch what we want to happen when we press these keys. We'll go to the Motion tab. And then when we go up, we want to change Y by 10. When we go down, we want to change Y by -10. When we go to the right, we want to change X by 10. And when we go to the left, we want to change X by -10. Now, if I press the flag and use the arrow keys on my keyboard, nothing happens. And that's because we haven't actually used the movement block yet. We've only told Scratch what the movement block does. So let's set this up now so that it works. We'll go to the Events tab. We'll get a When the Flag is Clicked. We'll go to the My Blocks tab, and we'll drag over the movement block that we made. Now, when I press the flag and I use the arrow keys on my keyboard, Scratch the cat moves around. So let's look at how this could be useful for you. So if you have got lots and lots of different types of code in your project, it's a great idea to define what each thing does. That way, when you look at your code, you can say, oh, I was working on the movement, or I was working on jumping, or I was working on gravity. It's really important that you define your code so that when you look at it, you know what you were working on, and you could show it to someone else to show what you were working on. Simple.